Hello Internet, and welcome to Merlin's Archery Adventures. What we're going to be looking at today is this bow right here. This is the Bear Ausable. Now it's called the Ausable because it's named after the Ausable River in Michigan, where Fred Bear used to do some of his hunting. So it's nice that the this bear bow has got some nice history in the name. So that's a nice throwback there. But anyway, let's look at the bow itself before we go out and shoot it and see what she's capable of. Now, the first thing that I want to mention about this bow is a couple of people have asked me when I've talked about the Ausable. They've said, yeah, that's the two-piece, that's the takedown. And it's not. It's clearly not. It's a one-piece bow. And I can understand why they've said that, because on the Bear website, and including our website, it listed as being a two-piece riser. Now that doesn't refer to it being in two pieces that you can take down. It just refers to the two pieces of wood used to construct the riser. The wood they've used is called Bubinga wood. Now if you can see there, it's an absolutely stunning piece of wood. You can see the grain running through it is absolutely beautiful. It's got a lovely accent stripe down the middle. But yeah, that's made up of two pieces of Bubinga. It's not a two-piece bow. Just thought I'd clear that up. The next thing you'll probably notice about this bow is it's quite heavily deflexed. Now that's going to give your arrow a heck of a lot of speed. Couple that with the limbs are a maple core. Either side of that core you've got two layers of bamboo. So that is going to make that a very springy, quick bow. Now the other thing about this bow, it's got a very large sight window. It's also got a very nice shelf that is cut. It's cut to center, not past center, but it's a very generous shelf anyway. Reinforced limb tips either end, so you can use a high performance string on there. On this particular bow, I have a D97 Flemish twist string, which performs perfectly. Yeah, and it's also available in two lengths. It comes in 64 inches and it comes in a 62-inch model. This happens to be the 64-inch, so I think I've talked about all the technical bits for you. We'll have a bit of a recap at the end, but I'm going to go out and shoot it. We're going to run it through a Chrony and see how fast these arrows actually come out of this bow. And yeah, then we'll have some fun with it, and then we'll pop back and we'll have another chat. So we'll see you in a little bit. Okay, so that was the Bear Ausable. Now I hope you enjoyed that as much as I did, but I am not going to make any apologies for the fact that I absolutely love this bow. It's the bow I shoot, so it's a bow I'm very comfortable with, but I can admit there are plus points and there are negative points. Plus points being it's a bear, so you know you've got an incredibly good quality product on your hands. Secondly, it's incredibly fast. If you saw on the Chrony, it was averaging arrow speed was 183.2 feet per second, which for a trad bow is very good in my opinion. It's a very stable bow and it's a very smooth bow, and it also looks fantastic. I just love shooting it. I've always got a big smile on my face when I'm shooting this bow. But the negatives are, because it's so fast, it's probably not a bow for a beginner. It certainly is one of the most critical bows I've ever shot. Judging because it's so quick and it's quite short. Yeah, I think if you're new to the sport of traditional archery and you haven't quite got your form nailed, a bow like this I think you'd find a bit punishing, but nevertheless it is a nice bow to shoot. The other negative being the recommended brace height is between 7 and 7.5 inches. Now, I found if I drop the bracing height any lower than 7.5 inches, I got a lot of noise from the bow. So I wound that, I cranked that bracing height up to just over 7.5 inches, and it quietened it down quite considerably. But if you're adamant you want to keep it within that the recommended bracing height, then you could always add some string silencers. That's going to reduce the sound a fair bit for you. Now, this bow retails for £477.49. Obviously, I'll put a conversion rate in the description for euros and dollars. It comes in a variety of poundages from 35 to 55. I do believe Bear do a 65 pound in the right-handed, but that's going to be a special order. In fact, most of the Bears that we sell are special orders, but your best bet is to give us a call and see what we've got in and see what we can get hold for you. But yeah, that's the Bear Ausable. I hope you enjoyed that. I know I did. Well, you take care, shoot straight, and I'll see you on the internet. Bye bye.